Hello everybody. Today's August 13th, 2025, and it is roughly just past noon. And today's update on Tropical Storm Erin is exactly what you're seeing right now. Part of what I want to talk about, and it is Erin continues to struggle to become organized. Okay. It is a good thing, but it could be a bad thing as well. The longer Tropical Storm Erin struggles to intensify, the further west is going to continue to travel, meaning that the closer it's going to get to the Caribbean islands and potentially the east coast of the United States. Now, on the last frames there, I mean, you guys can, it's really difficult to pinpoint where the center circulation is, but you guys can clearly see that it's moving west, potentially even slightly south, west southwest, which again, it will take the track closer to the Caribbean islands, potentially Puerto Rico and those islands there. The forecasting models have pretty much said the same thing. Erin is expected to become a hurricane in potentially tomorrow. So obviously, based on the current way it looks, seems like today will be the day that it's going to continue to ramp up, if not tonight. For the last couple of nights, it has been actually gaining intensity, looking really well organized, and then in the morning it looked kind of ragged. So I feel that tonight it will probably look a lot better, and then keep that organization and that look, and then continue to ramp up. But we'll see. Today's going to be a key day as far as the track, because remember, according to the National Hurricane Center, it is still projected to continue to the westward track until tomorrow night. But if the track also not only moves west but also moves south, then obviously they will continue to adjust the forecast cone and the tracks in taking it closer to the islands. But if we go, let's take a look at current storms. Let's take a look at the cone as of this morning, or I should say not too long ago, still morning, 11 a.m. It takes it pretty close. It's as far as becoming a hurricane, potentially Thursday night into morning hours, or I should say like really early. And as far as the major hurricane status, sometime during this weekend, it's expected to become a major hurricane. And then you guys see that it gets it closer to Puerto Rico. But in the latest update, it did back off a little bit and move the cone a little bit further north. It is currently moving west at 17 miles per hour, so actually slowing down quite a bit. At one point is moving at 23 miles per hour. Now it's moving at 17 miles per hour. So obviously it's slowing down, which it may be getting ready to start shifting towards the north. And then also winds are up to 45 miles per hour from 40. So that's actually something that they did bump up a little bit. Now, if we look at the spaghetti models are pretty confident that this is going to start curving north of Puerto Rico, or in between Puerto Rico and Hispaniola. And then the intensity guidance, that's actually pretty interesting because it's all over the place. But in consensus, the majority, I would say 90% of the models show that it's going to become a hurricane. Now, how strong it gets, that's where it's all over the place, because you guys can see from category 1 all the way to category 4 are the spread. Now, one thing to note is there's more models also supporting the idea of Erin becoming a category 4, which for days it only was like one model. Now you have more, so we'll have to keep an eye on the agreement on that. But let's see, going back to the National Hurricane Center, let me read to you guys what the National Hurricane Center said as of 11 a.m. What they're expecting from Erin is to continue generally westward. Expected to become a hurricane in a couple days, how I mentioned already. So far, there are still no coastal watches because it's still pretty far from land. But I would see probably in a few days, I would see some of those watches and warnings starting to come up or becoming active or effective as long as it gets closer to the islands, in my opinion. Now, let's see. The general motion is expected to continue into Thursday night and continue into the weekend. So northwestward. So again, shifting a little bit further north, moving north. The current pressure is 1,004 millibars, so it is just down slightly. It's not significantly lower, but nevertheless, it is it's still lower. And like I said before, I expect it to continue to move lower. So that's something that it's just inevitable. It has taken longer than expected, but it's definitely going to happen no matter what. Now, one thing to notice as well is that the wind field has expanded. So now the tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 60 miles. It had been 40 for a while, now it's 60. So that's another thing that is worse, obviously, and it's not great because that means more people are gonna get affected by tropical storm force winds. If I go back to the models, you guys gonna see that it takes it very far north, pretty much. That's a GFS, again, way away from land, not affecting the United States at all. If we look at the European takes it a little bit closer, but still pretty far. The European, let's see, the European AI, same thing, but closer, quite a bit closer. So if this track pans out, you guys in North Carolina and the Outer Banks, you guys need to like pay attention even more, because you can definitely become affected by it. Let's take a look at the Canadian model. Canadian model, again, very similar to the other ones. Not really too close to the coast. Now the German model, let's take a look at the German model. Let's see, German model, taking it very close to the Outer Banks again in North Carolina. So I would say there's still plenty of time for anything to change. But if anything, I would say the Outer Banks, you guys need to be paying attention for potential impacts. Obviously impacts in general, but potential landfall. So keep an eye on that, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna cut it here. I will keep you guys updated as I have been for the past few days. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share this video, and other than that, have a good day.